Menstruation, commonly referred to as a period, is a natural bodily process that occurs in most women of reproductive age. It involves the shedding of the lining of the womb in the form of blood and tissue, which exits the body through the vagina. There is no hidden truth or conspiracy regarding women's menstruation. However, there are still many myths and stigmas surrounding menstruation in various cultures around the world that can cause women to feel ashamed or embarrassed about their periods. One common myth is that menstruation is dirty or impure, which is not true. Menstruation is a natural bodily process that is essential for reproduction and is not harmful or dirty in any way. Another common misconception is that women should avoid certain activities or foods during their period. There is no scientific evidence to support these beliefs, and women can continue with their normal activities and eat a balanced diet during their period. There are also many challenges that women face related to menstrual health, particularly in low-income countries, where access to menstrual products and proper sanitation facilities can be limited. Lack of access to menstrual products and sanitation can cause girls to miss school, which can have long-term impacts on their education and future opportunities. It is important to break down the stigmas and myths surrounding menstruation and ensure that all women have access to the resources they need to manage their menstrual health with dignity and without shame. This includes access to menstrual products, education about menstrual health and hygiene, and support for women who experience painful or irregular periods. The menstrual cycle is controlled by a complex interplay of hormones, including estrogen and progesterone. On average, the menstrual cycle lasts around 28 days, although it can vary from 21 to 35 days. The first day of menstruation is considered the beginning of a new menstrual cycle. Menstruation usually lasts between 3 and 7 days, but can be shorter or longer in some women. The amount of blood loss during a period also varies, but on average is around 30 to 40 milliliters. Menstruation can be accompanied by a range of physical and emotional symptoms, collectively known as premenstrual syndrome, PMS. These symptoms can include cramping, bloating, headaches, mood swings, and fatigue. It is important for women to manage their menstrual health by using menstrual products, such as pads or tampons, and practicing good hygiene to prevent infections. The menstrual cycle is a term to describe the sequence of events that occur in your body as it prepares for the possibility of pregnancy each month. Your menstrual cycle is the time from the first day of your menstrual period until the first day of your next menstrual period. Every person's cycle is slightly different, but the process is same. The average length of a menstrual cycle is 28 days. However, a cycle can range in length from 21 days to about 35 days and still be normal. Symptoms of getting your period. Some people experience symptoms of menstruation and others don't. The intensity of these symptoms can also vary. How much should you bleed during my period? You can expect to lose between 2 and 3 tablespoons of blood during your period. Some signs of irregular period bleeding are bleeding through a tampon or pad every 1 to 2 hours, passing blood clots larger than a quarter, bleeding longer than 7 days each time you have your period. It's normal to experience some variation in the amount of bleeding each cycle. It's also important to remember your normal may be different than someone else's. Try not to compare. Talk to a healthcare provider if you are concerned about irregular or severe bleeding during your period.